stop adding technical indicators. The most accurate trader I've ever seen used only the RSI and price action. No complex strategy, no cluttered screen, just the essentials. At first, it seemed too simple to work until I understood what he was really seeing. First, we look at the market structure, and we can see a bullish market, then a range phase, and on the right of the chart, a price zone break and a trend reversal. You have this gray zone representing the old market highs, and you have this gray zone that will represent the support turning into resistance. For this strategy, you need the RSI. Go into the settings, and right here you type in 21. You can then make the 50% RSI line much more visible. Pick whichever color you like, and then just confirm it. First, really important rule for the RSI. I never use the overbought and oversold zones. I'm only going to focus on the yellow line, which is the 50% RSI line. And I'll also be looking at the divergences that the RSI can show on its chart. Now imagine you've just opened the Bitcoin chart on a 1-hour time frame and you're looking for a trade with this strategy. Well, let the market play out, be patient, and wait for a good market structure and all the necessary signals that make up this strategy I'm sharing with you today. And first, we're going to look for a divergence in the RSI. So what exactly is a divergence? You see the market forming a first low point here, a second trough here, and you can see on the RSI that the first trough is here and the second trough is here. In other words, on your chart, your second trough is lower than the previous one. So it's a bearish market. The problem is that on the RSI, the second trough is higher than the previous one. You have a bullish trend line at the bottom and a bearish trend line on the chart at the top. The second step is to wait for the price action. So we're going to be patient and wait for the candlesticks to show us something rather bullish. When we're in this consolidation, we can say that if the market moves back above this wick, it'll be a signal of a bullish breakout from this small range set by the market. So we wait for the price to settle above this little white trend line, which is a mini resistance on the 1-hour time frame in the market. Look here, you have the bullish breakout or the small resistance. So we have the second rule of this strategy fulfilled, which is having a reversal. The third rule to finally be able to buy the market is that we have to wait for the RSI to cross above the 50% zone. We can see that after the bullish divergence, the RSI hesitated to test the 40 to 50% zone before suddenly breaking it to the upside. You have your bullish divergence, you have your technical signals and the price action, and you have the 50% RSI breakout. You can take this buy with confidence. I'm going to step back a bit to explain how I'm going to place my stop loss and my targets. You remember this support zone that turned into a resistance zone? In this zone, we expect the prices to stall out. Quite simply, this zone is going to be your first target for this trade. Then you have the zone of the market's previous highs, and we're going to use this zone for our second target on this trade. The stop loss, we're going to leave it in this range zone because we believe that if the market, after this bullish impulse, returns below the small resistance, there's a good chance the market will go and make a new low. You can see that the market has just reached the first target really quickly. Everyone who sold here has their stop loss in this zone. So we also expected the market to go and make a new high to specifically trigger all the seller's stop losses. You see, the market had its little rejection. It was expected. We were going to make a new high. We took the liquidity here, and it's still a major market resistance zone on the 1-hour time frame, so it's pretty solid. So for now, the plan is going as expected. We're just waiting to see if the market has enough strength to reach target 2. And you see what happens next. The second target was reached without much difficulty. We let the candlesticks play out and we'll wait for the next trade using the same strategy. We can see that the market is going up with higher and higher peaks. But on the other hand, you see on the RSI that the peaks are actually getting lower and lower. So we're starting to see a bearish divergence on the RSI while the market is skyrocketing. It just tells us that the market is losing steam and that maybe this rise isn't as legitimate as it seems. We let the candles play out. We're waiting for the second step, you remember? a reversal in the price action. For now, the market is still bullish, and on the RSI, the market is bearish. You can see that we've finally had our reversal, a bearish break of the bullish trend line. The market, as you can see, bounces off the trend line every time to hit new highs, until the moment when, right here, it breaks down through this trend line. And you also have your third step validated because on the RSI, you clearly have your breakout from the 50% zone. We set the stop loss right at the level of the last high. We assume that if the market moves back into the trend line, it's to go and make a new high. And for the first target, we're going to aim for the market's previous highs that have been surpassed since then. So we have our first target with a risk reward times 2. And for the second target, we'll look for the old price zone that served us for the first trade. Once you've chosen to sell, you stay patient and let the market do its thing until it reaches either the stop loss or the targets. We want to see some nice bearish candles, a good reversal, and you see, that's what's happening. After the short period of hesitation, the downward move is triggered, and in a straight line, we're going to hit target 1, target 2, and even get a bonus.